So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Carr.
A quick throw there is incomplete. You look at this Colt defense.
They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking the middle now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On play action, now Carr sliding out of the pocket.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 39. Now Carr again. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Carr. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Hill. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4th down territory? Might he go for it?
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Blake Groupie now for the extra point.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Richardson to throw off play action. And he's taken down here by the Saints. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Now Richardson going to shift things up.
To throw is Richardson. Off the play fake. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Okay,
An
ready?
incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now Richardson.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Going for it on 4th, Richardson.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
2nd down and 4.
19, Charger, 19.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 87 yards.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Going right back to Wilson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A 10th carry for Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
Play action. Now Richardson. He'll let one go deep for downs. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Now a 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw.
And this is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Dragon 60. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did. And came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go. Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Richardson now on 2nd down.
Flushed out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
Now I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to pull the old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now a play fake. Carr.
Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well. That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5.
Play action. Now it's Carr. On the move to his left.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On play action, it's Carr. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Throwing now is Carr.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Carr to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
That's one of the better examples. I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
The point after, good by Groupie.
And the lead will shrink to 6. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still 1st half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
With a fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And Pittman going to have a Colts first down as he's down to the 12.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And the Saints first down.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 1.
Now Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Carr. Sliding out of the pocket.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Coming left is Kamara. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
To throw, it's Carr.
He completes it to Olave.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 20-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Saints.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Here we go with Kamara.
And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
A give for Taylor running right side. Ooh, with a juke. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They run once more with Taylor.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
Touchdown!
Michael Pittman, 41 yards. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
694. Express.
From the gun now on third down, Carr.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Down. 180. 180. Low.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Later 9. Hey, later 2. OP. 734. What's up?
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Shotgun now for Carr.
And we'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Saints on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is third down and 12. Now Carr. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Here we go. Start.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
19 tight. 18 rattler. 18 rattler. Ready?
Richardson off the play fake.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And they're going to speed things up here.
19 Tiger. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Trap 50. Trap 50. Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Yep.
On third down, here's Richardson.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
18, Pioneer. Set, careful, set. Let's ready.
Richardson working from the gun.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On play action, now Carr. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
That is incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now a play fake. Carr out to his left.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Kamara is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll run it with Kamara. Now bobbled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
quarter. You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
79 Broncos. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I don't like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On the jump.
2nd and 10.
70, hot 70. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw this. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now it's Richardson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. It's caught at the 10. Now we'll get whistles, and that signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
First and goal, 8-yard line.
Let's go. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Richardson. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. But if you step back.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my